What is up, guys? Rickakis here, and this is the week 2 loot update. So this is kind of going over the loot I got and also kind of the state of the game at this point. So without further ado, let's get into it. But just before I start, again, I can't tell you how to get any of this stuff because it's all random. So don't be that one guy who says, how did you get that scout rifle? Because it was from a random drop engram that I decoded, which gave me a random gun. Now, that aside, let's get into what I got. So I finally got my first exotic, and I did have to buy this. I had to buy it from the Agent of the Nine. I just have not been lucky with like exotics. It's been kind of ridiculous. Again, a lot of this loot system is just based on luck. Leveling up past level 24 is based on nothing but luck. Yes, you can buy purple armor from the Vanguard, but that's essentially like buying a prostitute rather than going to the club. You want the fun, you want like getting your own loot. You don't want to have to go and buy stuff. Yes, it's practical, and I did have to buy a few pieces of armor, but I really would like to earn them rather than buy them. So yeah, I did get this helmet. Now this helmet is pretty sweet. It is the exotic helmet, again, sold by the Agent of the Nine. It has increased melee attack speed, which is pretty useless. Increases defense power, allowing its armor to absorb more damage. That's just upgraded defense. The other ability is reduce melee cooldown each time you pick up an orb of light. That's pretty cool. So not only will your super recharge faster, but your melee will as well. And then provides death from above and headstrong for Fist of Havoc. So right here in the for the striker subclass, it provides where is it? Death from above is this skill here, and headstrong is here. So we have you can jump and choose the direction. I'll try to show you guys in a little bit when my super charges. And also this increases the leap distance of Fist of Havoc. So these are two skills that I'm getting with this helmet. I wish they should be highlighted or something that I'm getting them, because I'm 100% getting these skills right now even though they are not highlighted. So I'm basically getting like two more choices, which is really neat. So I can have, usually I'd only be able to have these two things, or like this one and this one, but I'm able to have all three because of this helmet, which is pretty darn neat. Now also going over some armor, I had to buy this because I was just so unlucky with getting any gauntlets. I'm still using a blue chestplate, still holding out, trying to get a chestplate from an actual loot drop. Probably gonna have to buy purple chestplate though, because I'm stuck at 20. Been stuck at 26 for a while. Got these legs. I actually got in the raid mission. They were awarded to me for part of beating the raid. Got these massive butcher knives on the front of them, so they're pretty badass. And no one really cares about these. Going on. Well, you know what? I will go over. Someone came up. I got an exotic one, which is basically the thing for Dead Orbit. You put this on, and then every reputation thing you earn goes towards Dead Orbit. Which, I mean, it's kind of cool that I got that. But I have just been getting so many duplicates. Like, I've gotten the Mark of the Six Fronts like 7 times. It's getting ridiculous, and it's really annoying about these. Getting my last 3 legendary engrams have been class specific legendary engrams. I cannot describe how disappointing that is. Like, getting these engrams is nothing but disappointing. Yeah, some of them look really cool, but someone came up with the idea. Someone commented on one of my videos and said, why don't the class specific items like these, why don't they have slight stats that affect your skills? Like saying lightning grenade lasts a little bit longer, Fists of Havoc, the radius is a little bit bigger. That would make getting these exciting and useful. Right now they do absolutely nothing except for look cool, and so when you get them, you're like, well, I guess that's kind of a cool looking thing, but what I really need is a primary weapon or something. Having just little increases to statistics would make these so much more fun to get, and would just, I think, increase the fun of the game by a lot. Because right now, every time I get this, I'm just disappointed. I'd rather not get them than get a purple one of these engrams. I would way rather get pretty much any other piece of loot. Now, in addition to that, going over to weapons, I got 2 new purple. I got another scout rifle. This is from a blue. Now, this thing is pretty amazing. The first thing, it has luck in the chamber. One random bullet causes considerable bonus damage, so that's pretty neat. And then it's got Firefly, precision kills with this weapon. So every kill, if you're using a scout rifle right, will cause the target to explode. Definitely interested in leveling up that. Now compared to my other scout rifle, this thing is it shoots slower, but it does more damage. Now, the crazy thing about this is you'll see it has 27 rounds in a magazine. It actually had 15. And what I did is I upgraded this thing, Field Scout. I thought, now it says maximum ammo capacity. I just thought that that would increase the reserve ammo, how much ammo you can have in reserve. And it did. Right now it's 180, but it can go all the way up to 250. But in addition to that, it also almost doubled the magazine size. That's nuts. I was not expecting that. So if you see a gun with surplus, guys, that will not only increase the, just overall ammo that you can carry, but it'll increase the magazine size as well. So that is amazing. I was not expecting that to be as good as it was. Now, in addition to that, I have the Lord High Fixer, which is a legendary hand cannon, and 11 rounds in the magazine is pretty amazing for a hand cannon. I had one of the guys I play with, he had the Lord High Fixer, and he could not stop saying good things about it, and I agree, it's so powerful. The two skills, it's got kills with this ammo grant bonus reserve ammo, which is really good for a hand cannon. Hand cannons are notorious for kind of running low on ammo, because they just don't have as much in reserve. And also it has third eye. Radar stays active while aiming down sights, which is pretty good, so you can know if there's a guy coming behind you while still aiming down sights trying to get the precision kills with this weapon. This weapon is phenomenally powerful. It does just an incredible amount of damage, which is really nice, and you definitely do want that in a hand cannon. And the 11 rounds they're just so handy to have 11 rounds. Okay, the next weapon we've got right now is heavy weapons and special weapons. Wow, getting ahead of myself. I got a new sniper rifle and a new shotgun. So the shotgun, I can't remember if I showed this off. This is another raid weapon. Phenomenal gun, full auto, which is way OP online because no one's expecting that. And also, last round of the magazine deals bonus damage. 6-round magazine, full auto. This thing, it takes down bosses extremely quickly. Like, it's almost unfair how much damage it does to bosses. It just during the mission on Venus, which I'm on Venus right now, the mission where you have to kill the Archon Priest, you can actually, when you go to him and you just, you have to be worried about him stomping you, but if you go to him, aim up close to him and go boom 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 all 6 rounds, you can see his health, and he has a ton of health. You can see it chipping away each time. You can actually see the health bar move. That's how much damage it does to him, which is actually phenomenal. Now, in addition, I was recently got this legendary sniper rifle. This isn't too amazing. Precision kills increase reload speed. That's obviously useful, and the kills of this weapon reduce the cooldown of your grenade. Also pretty useful. Some decent stuff here. Just snapshot, range and accuracy, rounds that bounce off surfaces, and I can carry more, which I am interested in getting that. The problem is like leveling up, you gotta commit, because you only have so many ascendant materials, and you only have so many just normal materials. Like I thought I have a lot of spirit blooms. That's why I'm here on Venus right now getting spirit blooms, like looking for spirit blooms, because apparently I used up all my spirit blooms. So you can't, I really like to be eclectic and try out all these different new weapons when I get them, but you really aren't able to upgrade more than like just your favorite. So it is hard when you actually switch between weapons, because it takes a huge hit to all your materials, which you definitely need to keep on top of. Now, going on to heavy weapons, I was lucky enough to get the Swarm. This thing is just unreal. This does like hand cannon damage. It just does, it shoots slow, just like a slow, like chugging away machine gun, but it just like I'm one headshotting people with this machine gun. Like that's scout rifle hand cannon stuff. Like that, it just does phenomenal damage, this thing. Now, like, it does run out of ammo like a motherfucker, so that is the bad thing. Like, in terms of practicality, I would rather be, like, this was the thing I had last time, I would definitely rather be using rocket launchers then machine guns in terms of practicality. I find it just so useful. You know, there's a ship that drops off 6 guys. It's just so useful to be able to kill all of those guys with one shot. There's just so many scenarios where the problem is you getting just overwhelmed by a number of enemies rather than dealing with just a few enemy, like a single enemy that you might want to use your heavy machine gun on. So I do prefer rocket launchers to heavy machine guns in most cases. That being said, having a sweet, extremely powerful heavy machine gun is not a bad thing. This isn't my only heavy machine gun. I was very recently awarded with this other heavy machine gun, and it's just basically a much faster shooting machine gun than the other one. It just shoots extremely fast rather than slow. I definitely like the other one better though. I like the slow shooting one that does more damage than the fast shooting one. And I was also able to get this rocket launcher. Sucks. I just don't like this rocket launcher compared to my other rocket launcher. Like, this has some stuff for real, and the worst thing ever, gain bonus accuracy when crouched. No one ever crouches in this game, so of course no one's ever going to use that. Way would rather have, you know, this is my main man right here. Has the cluster bomb, which is so amazing, and does arc damage, which is extremely useful against, you're going to fight a lot of shielded guys, so that's pretty useful. And yeah, just spray and pray, increases the reload speed when the mag is empty, which is extremely useful for when, right now, like, I have no ammo. The next time I'm going to pick heavy ammo, I'm going to have to, you know, I'm shooting with this gun and I pick up some heavy ammo and I switch to it, I'm obviously going to need to reload. So having it reload extremely fast the first time is going to let you start shooting very quickly, and it's just extremely useful in general. Now that's pretty much it for the loot, going over the loot I got. Yeah, now going over the state of the game, really, there has been, you know what, there's been a lot of negative reviews. Like, I watched the Angry Joe review of this game, basically just shitting on this game. Gave it a 6 out of 10. There's been several reviews that have given this game a 6 out of 10. And you know what? I'm not going to dispute any of them. All of the criticisms they come up with are totally legitimate. Basically, the main criticism is that this game is Grindfest 2014, and I totally agree. Getting these weapons, this had nothing to do with skill or, you know, how much I play the game. This is sheer luck and grinding. I have been shooting into that fucking cave for hours on end to get this loot, and I'm still stuck at level 26 because I'm just unlucky. I'll have to buy my loot. But again, that doesn't feel fulfilling to have to go and just buy all your loot. This is a loot-based game. You should be able to work towards and complete the hard missions and then be awarded your loot. Bungie really needs to address the main criticisms of this game right away. Because, again, this game is already... people are already getting sick of this game. It's like, oh, you know, it's just such a grind fest. But that being said, I'm still playing it. I'm still enjoying it a ton. I hope you guys enjoyed this loot update. Please remember to subscribe for more Destiny-related content. And as always, have a good day.